Hi, my name is Andrew Bird from Canton, Georgia. I'm just out playing a little ball with my son. I've been watching TJV for over a year, and now you're watching TJV.
Good morning. Just hooked up to this beauty of a trailer. Sitting here in the dock in Winnipeg. About to pull this baby all the way out to Regina, Saskatchewan. Oh yeah! Got my trusty sidekick. The Weasel right there. A little camera shy right now. Hey Diesel. How you doing? You're a good boy. Is that your toy right there? Or what's left of it? Good boy. Good morning to you sitting right there, or standing. Why are you watching my vlog standing? Sit down, enjoy it. We're going to, like I said, Regina, Saskatchewan. That's the capital of the province west of my home province, Manitoba, in Canada. It's in central South Canada, or South Central Canada, whatever you want to say. We're gonna gain an hour as soon as we cross into that province because they're in mountain time. They don't do daylight savings time in Saskatchewan, so for summer, they hang out with Alberta time zone, mountain time zone. And in wintertime, they fall back towards Manitoba because they like to keep warm with us in the wintertime. So they come back and huddle up with us in our time zone, and they join the central time zone in the wintertime, but they always stay the same there. So this time of year, I gain an hour going west into Saskatchewan. I've got something like 6 to 9 drops. And the plan is to get them all off tomorrow and the next day, in 2 days. I'll be honest, I have my doubts. I have my reservations about this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it or not. If anything goes wrong, it's not gonna work out. But if everything falls into line and all the ducks line up like the way they're supposed to, and they shut their bills and stop quacking, it should work. Just found out some great news. I know it was like a second ago, I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get all these stops done. I was under the impression that this load I was pulling had 9 drops that I had to hand bomb off box by box myself. I pulled it out of the dock, and I go back there with my straps. I'm gonna strap it all in there, secure it all. First off, I found out they had already strapped it and secured it for me. Never happens. And the entire load, which is usually sitting on the floor, tons of boxes, like 500 to 800 boxes, heavy boxes, usually sitting on the floor, and I gotta take them off one box at a time. Every box is on a pallet. They're all on pallets, right to the back, 22 pallets. I don't have to do any hand bombing, which is awesome. I just did a little dance back there because I was so excited. So I will be able to get them all done tomorrow, as long as, you know, traffic agrees with me and receivers will unload me in a reasonable amount of time and don't make me sit and wait for them. And then I'll be back tomorrow night. I'll be back home, and then I'll be home for the weekend. It's Britt's birthday on the weekend. I gotta work on her birthday gift yet. I got this idea for her birthday gift. I know this vlog will go up after her birthday, so I could tell you what it is now, but I don't want to tell you guys yet because I don't know if I'm gonna go through with it or not, because I gotta make sure that I can get the right materials and stuff to put it together. Something that I wanted to put together myself. And I got her something off the internet too that I'm hoping is gonna arrive before we leave on Friday for the cabin. And then I have to mow my lawn this week yet. Go figure. And I want to spend some time at the campsite. So we got a busy week ahead of us. We got a lot to do. And this just made my week so much better. The entire load is on pallets. Now why don't they do that every time? They've now proven they have the ability to put it on pallets. Usually, when you pick up from this customer, it's all on the floor. It's all just boxes on the floor, right? Why don't they always put it on pallets then? I know the answer already, and I know you're saying it to the screen right now, and you're about to type in your comment. Wait, I know what you're gonna type. You're gonna be like, because they can fit more in the trailer if they don't put it on pallets. Check this out. He's gonna come down in front of us again. He's gonna come down again. There he comes. You see him? That was cool. It is the season of the crop dusters. Why do they call them crop dusters? They don't spray dust around. They're crop sprayers. Nobody's throwing dust around. They're spraying the fields. I don't know. Crop duster. It's a career that I've looked into before. Actually, when I was in flight school. They actually make really good money. I can make, now I don't know if it's still true or not, but when I was in flight school and they were telling me about it, I could make as much money in one season of crop dusting and crop spraying as I do in a year of truck driving. Pretty much I just work seasonally then, right? I just work through the summer and either get a different job for the winter or go south, you know? Be perfect and fun. I love flying. Flying is one of my favorite things in the world to do. To get my crop spraying license, I would have to go through a special school or a special training course to do that, obviously, because you got to learn about the chemicals, you got to learn how to maneuver your plane at low altitudes, you know. You got to know what you're putting on the fields and where. You gotta remember, or you gotta figure out how to know which areas of the field you've sprayed already and which ones you haven't. So it's I'm sure it's a more difficult job than it looks, but it's something that I've looked into. And the sun has set behind the clouds back there, and as you can see, the bugs have come out of hiding. This is just the beginning. Don't worry. This is Saskatchewan in summertime. These bugs, this is only the first waves. There will be wave after wave after wave, and they'll get bigger and bigger and bigger as it gets darker. Until about 1 in the morning or so, when it cools off, then all the bugs go into hiding again. But it's always this sort of like dusk, twilight hour. That's just the worst for bugs out here on the Canadian prairies. It's bad. If you run out of like windshield washer fluid, like bug washer fluid, you're gonna have problems, because regular water just smears it around. And you get the blue winter stuff, that just smears it around too. You gotta get the bug washer. Oh my, what's that over there? Uh-oh. Well, I can't focus on it, but you can see that there's fire trucks assembling over there. I wonder what happened. You ruined my shot. Oh well, we'll just stick with it. We're at the Flying J here in Falcone, Saskatchewan. Got another fire truck. Or is that an ambulance? Oh my. Oh my. Fire trucks, that's not good. This is a very small town. I'm sure they don't see that kind of activity that often. So yeah, small town. We're about 20 minutes east of Regina, Saskatchewan. We made it. I decided to stay here because there's lots of parking here at the Flying J. This is a newer Flying J. I've shown it to you once or twice in the past. I bit my tongue earlier and it's very hard to talk, so excuse my lisp. Back there. You don't care. Anyway, bit my tongue, it hurts. Hurts to talk right now. But I have to do this for the vlog. Falcone is just east of Regina, like I was saying. They built this new Flying J travel plaza here. And I like it. I'm really glad they built this here. I've been saying in my vlogs for years that they need a Flying J east of Regina, because they had nothing between Brandon, Manitoba and Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, aside from the Husky truck stop in Regina. And there's never any parking. The Husky in Regina is packed at like 6 p.m. It's terrible. So they built this in Falcone, about 20 minutes east of the city. Now, I really wish, I really wish that they would have built the Flying J within the city limits of Regina, but I think I know why they didn't. There's a Flying J card lock. What is it on again? What street is that on again? It's in Regina. And I believe that the owner of that Flying J card lock is the reason why they couldn't create another travel plaza within Regina, because you know that they that would be too many franchises within a small area. Regina is a very, very small city compared to most cities around the world. It's maybe got, correct me if I'm wrong, Reginians, Reginers, and what do you call yourselves? Reginites? Reginers? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's only like 200,000, no, 300,000 people in Regina? 400,000 maybe? It's the capital of Saskatchewan, but it's not that big of a city. It's a city, definitely is a city. Not that big. But because of that card lock, they couldn't have another franchise within city limits, I think. And that guy was putting up a big stink saying, hey, this is my town. You can't bring another franchise in here because that'll compete with me and then I lose business. I understand his business mind. I would do the same thing. However, somebody just went around him and started a franchise 20 minutes east of the city. Now what's funny is everybody stops here to fuel now instead of stopping at the little tiny little card lock in the city. Because they stop here. It's much easier in and out. It's out in the countryside a little bit in a small town, so there's no real problem getting on and off of the property. Lots of parking, whatnot, right? Modern pumps. Whereas in the city of Regina, that's older pumps at the older card lock there. So now he lost his business anyway, because now everyone's coming here, or she. I don't know who owns it, but that was the story I heard. Anyways, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I don't know if that's fact or not. Don't quote me on that. That's just word of mouth, word of ear, what I've heard. Is that what I'm saying? Word of ear? What do you call that? It's time to walk the Weasel though. Oh boy. Whew. So I'm parked along the edge here. Whenever I can, I try to park along the edge of the parking lot when they allow you to. The reason is, I got my passenger door right here, and I've got all this area fenced off here for Diesel to run around in. There's their big fancy sign right there. That is price per liter. I know I'm gonna get some comments. Wow, 96 cents per gallon? No, that's 96 cents per liter. 1 liter is, you gotta times it. Okay, take 96.9 there right now and times it by 3.78, or whatever that says, and that will give you the price per US gallon. Anyways. Diesel, my good sir, my good lad, my good friend. Can you sit? Oh, you are a good man. A good man. Okay, come on, get out of here, come on. So this is why I like to park in areas like this, because then I can just let him out and you know, let him around this little area here. I don't have to worry too much about him running away. He'll stay close to me, but if I park in an area like this, there's less distractions for him, and I trust him a little more. It's a beautiful night out here in Saskatchewan though. If you've watched my vlogs for quite a while, you know how cold and snowy it gets up here in Canada, especially out in the west in wintertime. And look at me now. A t-shirt, my Tim Hortons t-shirt. It says, I love maple. I don't know if you can see the back or not, but I'll try. I really don't know if that worked or not, but I tried. And here is the honorary Flying J water hole right beside us here. It's actually quite a big one, eh? And yes, I have been reading your comments. It's not a poo pond, but we're still gonna continue to call it the poo pond because I think it sounds funny. This is the drainage for all the rainwater. So you see this little area down here. So this whole parking lot is designed to drain into this water hole here. So this is just a drainage for water when it rains and stuff. But we'll continue to call it the poo pond just because I think it's funny. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend going to swim from it, in it, or drink from it. But every Flying J does have one of those. It's for drainage of rainwater. Diesel, come here. Hey, come here. Hey, you. You. He's not listening to me. He's busy sniffing.
I think there's been other dogs here, man. I'm pretty sure of it. I think it was a poodle. I like poodles.
Diesel, are you done? Are you done, man? I'm ready to go in there. I got some editing to do, man. Come on, get in there, my boy. Atta boy. Sit down. We need to get you neutered yet, man. I know you don't know what that means. And I feel terrible about it. But it's gotta happen sooner or later, man. So I have quite a bit of time here. I got here early, this is good. I got about 12 hours, 11, 12 hours or so until I have to wake up and get out of here. So I'm gonna go back there, enjoy some time to myself. Well, by that I mean edit some videos. Not really time to myself, but whatever. I'll see you tomorrow, anytime after 4 a.m. Central Time.